is in such good shape. How do you do that?
Well, I mean, you know, the voice kind of changes, and you know, I prefer what I do with my voice now because I used to sing through my nose. If you listen to a lot of the early recordings, it's very like, and now my voice is obviously deeper, it's richer, and I much prefer it. You know, not everybody does, you know, but I really love the way that it kind of moves now. Love leads us into the street. People are like, oh, you don't sound the same. Like, well, no, I don't.
You can know, you can know.
I mean,
do you do something special to keep it in shape, or are you practicing, or not anymore?
When I warm up, you know, I do kind of vocal exercises, but I think what I try to do is kind of sing from a kind of honest place. You know, my whole thing is really about kind of connecting with people emotionally. That's always the big challenge, you know, because in this day and age, you know, everybody's kind of filming stuff and people find it really hard to concentrate, you know, so it's a real challenge to kind of get people to listen. You know, a lot of people that come to a show, unfortunately, they would rather have a photo of you than listen to what you're doing. Yeah. This is the truth, yeah, you know. It is. But you know, for me as a performer, I'm much more kind of, I'm very interested in kind of how I can touch people emotionally, and I think that's really my thing, you know, and certainly it's become more like that as I've got older, you know, because I think, you know, it's just for me the most interesting thing you can do.
Yeah, I think that's why you're an artist. You've been in the business now for, I think, 30 years. Yeah, so is that the biggest change that you've seen, the change of how we consume our music?
Well, I think it's a really extreme thing to say, but I think music has kind of been devalued to a larger degree, you know, because people steal everything, you know, people don't have to search. Like when I was a kid, you had to kind of be a pioneer. You had to go and search for new things. When I was growing up, there was one TV show a week, Top of the Pops. You know, I'm sure you had the similar thing in Holland.
Yeah, we did.
And so it was Thursday night. That was where you lived for Thursday night, you know, and you know, it was nowadays, you know, you turn on the telly and there's music on everything. Yeah. Consumer programs, the news, you know, you lift up your shoe and someone's doing a concert. So to a large degree, it's kind of been devalued, you know. So I think you have to kind of look at, from an artist's point of view, you know, I think live really is the future. You know, it's the last tangible thing that we have, because everything else can be downloaded or copied or stolen, but the live thing, you know, it's kind of vicarious, you know, things go wrong, you know, it's imperfect, but that's why it's beautiful, you know.
Yeah, I think people will always go to concerts to see the artists perform live.
And I think people are doing that more, you know, I'm certainly doing a lot more gigs now, and I even go to more gigs now. You know, I find myself kind of wanting to go and see people live, and that's really exciting, again, I think, from a performing point of view.